What is up, everyone? It is Luke McGuire here. Let me know if you can see me okay, hear me okay, say hello. Let's get StoryMate Webinar started today. Awesome. What's up, Elaine, Joseph, Olga, Robert, Terry, Catherine, George, Art, Richard, Bruce, Pamela, Caroline, Michael, Leslie, Damien. There's always one that gets me when I do these brand new webinars with our new audience here and returning customers and guests and friends here. Avraham, that's a cool name. Mike, John, James, Annie, Steve. Awesome. Yeah, so many of you guys. Good to see you all here today. What's up, everyone? I am very, very thankful to have you here in the StoryMate launch today. So we're going to get started actually pretty quickly today because, first of all, I want to say apologies for screwing up yesterday's webinar time. Totally my bad there. I set the webinar and, being here in Australia and doing this launch week, it was my bad for getting the times all wrong. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm doing a webinar now, doing another one in 7 hours. It'll be similar content. I'll do one again on Monday. So if you guys do have to leave and jump on another one or whatever, you can do that. One thing I wanted to mention here, there's no upsells here to any high ticket product or anything like that. We're not doing any of that stuff here. This is pure value trading to you guys. Nothing worse than buying a front end product and then getting smashed into some other product that has nothing to do with what you just purchased, right? I'm sure we can all agree here. So while I did screw up, I'm going to ensure I go above and beyond for you all today and give you guys some training that you can walk away from this and go, wow, this is actually really helpful. If you haven't met me before, let me know in the comments here, right? A number 5, if you've never met me before, never worked with me before, never even heard of me, or you might have heard of me, but this is the first time working with me. We've got Amy, we've got question mark person, Robert, Gary, Lisa, Jana, David, Patrick, Elena, Kane, Debbie, Tracy, Louise, Tassie, Danette, Mike, Margaret, but spelled very, very coolly. Liam, John, there's a lot of you guys here as well. Robert, Douglas, Abraham, Kathy, cool, Catherine, Mark, a bunch of other people in here as well. So welcome to you all. Thank you so much for jumping in and being a part of StoryMate with me, and hopefully we'll have an absolutely killer 2019 together. Now put a number 6 in the box here if you have worked with me before, you're a returning customer, and you're back for our StoryMate here. Boom, we've got lots of 6s coming in here today. Wow, awesome. Good to see there's a lot of some people here from my very first software a few years ago. So what I'm going to do now, just while I wait for a couple of the other people to get in here, it's filling up very, very quickly, which is pretty cool to see. What I want to do for brand new people here, first of all, even if you are a returning customer, you might not have seen my beard before. If you're in my last software launch at the very middle end of last year, you would have seen this beard. What happened? My girlfriend Alira, she told me I couldn't grow a beard. I said to her, yes, the hell I can. She didn't believe me. So I said, I'm going to grow one. And funnily enough, now I kind of look my age. I'm 29 years old. Without a beard, I look about 24. I live on the Gold Coast here in Australia. If you guys can let me know where you're all from, let me know in the comments quickly where you're all from. Let me know in the comments here where you're all from, because my girlfriend wanted to actually see how many people from around the world come into these webinars here today. So I wanted to, boom, we've got lots of Australians here, Canadians, Colorado, Switzerland. I love it, Switzerland. Awesome, guys. There's heaps and heaps of people from all around the world here. Lots of Americans. Gold Coast. What's up, Jade? That's where I'm from too, obviously. I live right here on the Gold Coast, Australia. So Gold Coast, Australia, it's on the right-hand side of Australia, basically smack bang in the middle. And yes, people think it's so far away, but really, if you're in America, it's a pretty damn quick flight. Well, for me, it's a quick flight since I do it all the time now. 12 hours, 13 hours. If you're ever going to come over here, make sure to stop in Hawaii. If you don't like long flights, stop there. Then it's only a 7-8 hour flight from Hawaii to Australia. And it's, yeah, so it's beautiful place we live down here. I'm actually off to the Australian Open tomorrow for the weekend to watch the Australian Open tennis. Hopefully we'll get Djokovic and Rafael Nadal in the final, but we will find that out today, hopefully. So, oh, cool. It's a lot of people coming over to Australia. It's good to see. So yeah, long story short, I started my internet marketing journey probably about 5-6 years ago. I finished university. I couldn't get a job. I applied for 80-something jobs. I couldn't get a job. And I did what everyone normally seems to do. So it goes to Google, how do I make money online? How do I make money online? And for a few years, actually probably about 7 years ago now, this is when I first Googled that question when I couldn't get a job. And I started buying all these different products, all these different promises that would promise you the world. Shiny objects. I'm sure we can all say we've done it. We all do it all the time still. I bought a Samsung phone not too long ago, and now I'm already back to my iPhone just because of the shiny object syndrome. But I couldn't get a job, so I applied for jobs, couldn't get any. Started Googling how to make money online, bought everything under the sun. Finally came across a product called OMG that actually taught me how to make a website, how to rank a website in Google, how to sell an affiliate marketing product, which is essentially selling someone else's product and earning 50% commissions for that sale purely from sending traffic, which, by the way, everyone in this webinar here today, I'm giving you access to sell STORYMATE and earn 50% commissions for the entire funnel just for being a part of that launch week as well, but we'll get into that soon. That started there. I then wanted to do more. I wanted to learn how to do more than affiliate marketing, and so I started my own local social media agency when Facebook and Instagram first started. Well, more so Facebook was taking over MySpace, and Facebook ads just came out, and Facebook fan pages just came out. So I was going around to businesses saying, you guys need to be on Facebook, and everyone was slapping me in the face almost, well, I guess verbally anyway, saying, no, we don't need this. Facebook's for kids. It's not a business practice. We don't need this. And fast forward to now, if the business isn't on Facebook, it's not going to be making money, right? You're behind the ball, which is the beautiful thing about StoryMate here, guys. If you look through the trends of time, if you got into online marketing or even the online world when the .com boom came, you would have made a killing. When domain names first came out, I think happybirthday.com, just the name sold for a couple of $100,000 the other week. When Facebook ads first came out, they cost nothing and you could get huge amounts of traffic for nothing. Now they're so much more expensive and harder to convert and harder to use because everyone's doing it. When Instagram first came out, now Instagram I still love because they haven't really kicked you in the butt yet for doing things or limiting reach as much as the other platforms have. But SEO, if you used to rank a website, if you spam the word 1,000 times on a page, it would then rank for that website. So if I had a dog training site, if I spam dog training 1 million times, it would rank for dog training. Now that site will just get delisted if you did that stuff, right? So it's all about getting in at the right time on the right trend. And you guys here today being a part of StoryMate on what is the trend right now. And it's just the very start of that trend. So you guys are in an amazing position today to be getting started with stories. So first of all, I want to ask you, who knows what a story is? Who's actually, if you've never heard of stories and you've never posted a story and you've picked up StoryMate because you've trusted me, it makes sense to you when you read about it, put a number 1 in the box. And if you've used stories before, put a number 2 in the box. I just want to see what the ratio here is. I'm going to look now. But I want to show you guys this. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, you can see these results. All right, guys. So I just asked on the webinar today here, if you've never posted a story before, you've never actually been involved in it, but you've trusted me to pick up this product because I say it's where the future is at. Have a look at this. Lots of ones. Put number 1 and everyone. Guys, that's crazy. If you have a look at my Instagram after this, it's at Luke McGuire. I'll put the link in the bio here so you can follow me as well. I do a lot of training on there as well. .com/Luke McGuire. That is really awesome to see. It actually gives me goosebumps a little bit because it really just shows that you guys are really trusting in me here. And that's what I love. And I only ever launch products when I know there's a really big demand. It's first to market and it's something that actually works, right? Back to my quick little story. I went from doing local marketing to local businesses to then only being able to have 10 clients within that amount of time. I was time poor, work heavy. So I said to myself, how can I automate a lot of these processes? And actually my girlfriend at the time, she was waking up every day at 5 a.m. posting to Instagram at prime time to get the most amount of likes and stuff. And I thought to myself, shit, like there has to be a way I can automate posts to Instagram. Can't you post this on the computer? She's like, no, I need to wake up every single day at this time because this is when my most engagement's at, blah, blah, blah. And I got so frustrated waking up at 5 a.m. because I prefer to work late into the night and not wake up too early. And I said, why can't we automate this? And there wasn't a way. So we created the first tool that allowed you to schedule and find and post content to Instagram from your computer called Instamate. It came out a few years ago. And it was the world's biggest Instagram launch ever. And once I did that, I then essentially would just solve solutions to problems that people had every day and made things lazy for people. And you'll see here, StoryMate really makes it lazy for you, and it gives you the most return on investment for such a small investment here by picking up StoryMate. So I'm really excited to share this with you today. One other thing I should mention here is that with my business, when I transitioned from my local business to actually creating software, I had no idea how to do it. So I sold absolutely everything I had. I sold my car. I sold my Pokemon cards for my kid. I moved back into my family home, and I worked for 2 years, and I had all that money. I was working in a car park parking cars, guys. So I took all that money, I invested it in 2 internet marketers that I saw online that made a killing of a software launch, and I wanted them to mentor me to see how they did this as well. This little kid in Australia with a horrible OP at university, at school, couldn't get a job after his degree. Fast forward to now, I'm now the top vendor inside of JVZoo. We service the most amount of customers on JVZoo, which is an Inc. 5000 fastest growing company. We provide software solutions that no one else has done to the marketplace, and I don't launch softwares every single month, guys. If I launch something, and people here will say this, if I launch something, it's either first to market or it's something that's really not been taken advantage of, or thirdly, it might have been created or something similar might have been created, but it's been in a very high ticket bracket, so $1,000 plus for a software, and I can then actually rebuild something similar, make it, in my opinion, better. I always like to make things better than the competition and give it to people at an affordable entry-level price, which is it is good and it is bad, because sometimes people look at that and they think I'm just the guy selling it for a high price think I'm really undercutting the market and doing a bad thing for the community. But for me, I think to myself, without the entry-level products, I wouldn't be able to be where I am now, live this crazy lifestyle, and my passion really is to help other people and help you guys get results. And I know a lot of you here have seen this throughout all the webinars I do for free, the trainings I do for free, the value I try to give to you guys. I work with as many people one-on-one as I can as well. So with StoryMate's a software that you picked up that you really can turn into a full-time business if you pushed hard. And I'm going to show you hopefully how to do that through this webinar series. So who's ready to get started? Give me a hell yeah. I want to see who's ready to get started. I'm going to go through everything today inside of StoryMate. So we're going to go through the product itself. We're going to create stories. We're going to go over what stories actually are as well. This is going to be a very great introductory story for you guys. Stories webinar for you guys, but we're going to go how to monetize as well, everything like that. Awesome, lots of hell yes. I love to see that here today. Now, let's pop over here. I want to pull up the StoryMate sales page here. So these are statistics about stories, why there's such an opportunity there, and the people that have noticed this are really banking big on it. Every day on Instagram. So essentially, first of all, what a story is, it's a post. Let me actually pull up a story here for you guys. Pull up a Facebook one. So here, no. Here on the desktop, stories are this section here, the prime real estate of Instagram's website. Now, if I click on any of these, this is a random car fan page that I have here. If I click on this guy's story, let's see what he's got going on. He's getting pulled over by the police. So these are little day in the life, 20-minute little snippets here, little snippets, guys, of what people are doing every single day. They last 15 seconds each, and they're the answer to Snapchat essentially. So Snapchat, a similar program, self-destructing messages within 24 hours, or once you open them right away. And Facebook tried to buy Snapchat, and Facebook owns Instagram. So Facebook tried to buy Snapchat a few years ago. Snapchat said no. So Facebook said, you know what? You don't want to sell it. We're going to go ahead and create something very similar, and we're going to dominate you guys. And that's exactly what they did. Now let me just get my Facebook up here. I just want to make sure my chat's turned off. 1 second here, just because I know we are actually having a finished launch. We finished this launch week in a couple of hours. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn this off. Turn off active stuff. There we go. Cool. So you can see here on Facebook as well in the top right hand corner, stories here have been added to this section here. So if you want to add a story to your Facebook, you can do so up here. Now remember, this was where the ads used to be. This used to be the prime real estate. So Facebook, to move the ads below that and put stories above, that really shows where Facebook is moving and how much they want you using stories. So Katrina here, she's a big marketer in the self-help world, I guess, and the motivation and whatnot. So these are little stories. 12 hours ago this was posted. I can engage with them here with likes and emojis and whatnot. I can send these. I can reply to it into a direct messages. Just the same if I wanted to. I could do the same here and add a story. Add stories through here. Now, it can just be a thing on my phone as well. I can do it through my phone. It can be a day-to-day in the life, things of what I'm doing at my business. But what businesses are really cashing in on is the conversions. People watch stories. People watch stories like crazy. Now, on average, people post a story 14 times more than they post an update on Instagram. So for every one post or update that stays on their profile every single day, they actually post 14 stories to accompany that. So that's the first thing. Now, the second thing is with stories, out of 500 million daily active users on Instagram, 300 million of those engage with stories every single day. Now, that is a huge, huge number. Now, one other thing I wanted to mention as well, whenever you post a story, the view count is so much more for free and organically than what if you did an update on one of these platforms is. So every single day, if I post a story, hundreds of people see my story because I'm not being slapped essentially for doing a free type post. On Facebook, if you did an update on a fan page, for example, your whole audience isn't going to see it. Not even a small percentage will, because they want you to pay to boost that post for more people to see it, right? That makes sense so far, right? One number 4 in the box, that makes sense so far. Now, with Instagram and Facebook stories, they are trying to take over Snapchat. So right now, guys, you can post a story. That story then gets posted directly to the top of your feeds on Instagram and Facebook of your followers and your friends, right? It gets posted to the very top, the prime real estate where people view every single day. And then your followers and fans click on it and view what it is you are doing. The more they view your story, the closer to the top of the bar it gets as well. Now, we're going to talk about how to increase engagement on them and whatnot, but just out of the get-go, you'll be able to get a huge following from stories and a lot more people engaging with your content. What people use stories for, and write this down, guys, use updates to build engagement and build trust, and then use stories to sell. Use stories to sell, use posts to engage. People come to your fan page, look at your content to engage with you. If they're going to your story, people are actually conditioned to buy and convert to an opt-in, to a sale, to really anything. You can see here on the screen, there's an example of some of the different ways people are using stories. So people out of this big focus group that was tested, 59% people went over to send people to a shopping page, the other one here to another social platform, to a blog post, campaign page. and a mobile campaign page, right? So the beautiful thing on average with a standard Instagram story, not with the StoryMate story, which is even higher, with a standard Instagram story, guys, you will the average click-through rate, or the average so someone takes the call to action through a story. So if I say links in the bio, go click the link there, or make sure to visit my website to do this and put the website on the story. Or if I have the swipe up option, which we'll talk about soon on how to get swipe ups. So you can say swipe up here to be sent to my opt-in page to get your free PDF. An average of 15 to 25% of people take Instagram and Facebook call to actions. They actually follow through with that call to action. 15 to 25%. Now let's put that into perspective. If you're doing a Facebook ad, if you get 1%, so 1 in 100, so if you pay for 100 clicks, if one person comes through, that can be considered a very good click-through rate. And a lot of people don't even get anywhere near that, guys. So who here is, and with Google, say for Google, I don't do much Google advertising personally, so I'm not the best expert with that. Let me know what the click-through rates are usually on Google for you guys if you have experience there. And Mark says, did you just say this? Use stories to sell. Yes, I use stories to sell a lot, and stories to convert. So if you're trying to convert people from, stories are the best way to bridge people from being a fan to being a customer, to taking them off the platform onto other platforms. Now, by telling people, swipe up here, click the link in the bio, click the link below, visit our website here, use this coupon code on this site here. There are a few different examples, right? Instagram and Facebook doesn't slap you for doing that, because on other updates, if I put a YouTube link on Facebook versus uploading the video directly to Facebook, what happens, guys? You get a limited reach on the YouTube video versus putting it on Facebook. And why is that? Because Facebook doesn't want you leaving their platform. Facebook doesn't want you coming from here, putting a link to www.lukesworld.com, visit here, and when they click on that, they're out of Facebook, they're outside the Facebook user experience. They don't want you to do that. But with Instagram stories, for example, if you have the swipe up option, which I'll show you how to get. So if I did an Instagram story saying, hey guys, swipe up to view my latest 10 hot tips on how to lose weight, or something like that. Facebook, Instagram's not going to actually limit my reach from doing that. They actually want people viewing my stories, engaging with it, and they don't mind if you leave off these platforms. So essentially, we'll go through this on this webinar and future runs as well in live examples, but I wanted to give you guys the idea of what stories are, why they're so important, why Facebook's really pushing these and giving stories the prime real estate on their platforms, and why it's something I want you guys to be a part of. So now, if you have a bit better of an idea of what a story is, why it's important to use stories, and understand that part of it a bit more, write a number 10 in the box and a number 11 with your question if you don't. I just want to make sure we're on the same page here and we understand what stories are, so we can actually get into the software training, which I know if you guys know what stories are so far, that would have been a bit of a boring recap for you, but I know there's a lot of people here that are just getting started with this, and I'm a very big believer in there's no harm in learning things from the very start twice. There's harm in skipping the start things and jumping into more advanced things if you don't get the foundations right. You want the foundations right for the house before you build the house. So Dave M says, yeah, Dave, we'll get to that question soon. Margaret, I think sorry if I didn't pronounce your name right. That's a very beautiful way of spelling it. How long can stories be? 15 seconds each, but I'm going to show you some little tools if you have a video that's longer, how to upload that. And with StoryMate, they're already perfectly timed and length for stories. What happens after 24 hours? So after 24 hours, guys, Instagram stories actually self-destruct. They disappear. Now, what I might even do here, I'm going to pull up I'm going to try use this tool called Reflector. So I'm going to show you a live example of my cell phone. I'm going to go ahead and, so this is a cool tool that people always ask me how I do this, called Reflector. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to show you my iPhone. So you guys should be able to see my phone right now, right? Give me a yes if you can see my phone. And everyone, this is being recorded. I will upload this again. I'm doing multiple webinars today, recapping this similar content. I'll do one on next week as well if you want to jump back in and have more questions. Beautiful, cool. So you guys can see this right now. So up the top here, these areas up the top are Instagram stories. These are stories here. Now that's the prime real estate. And if I click on mine, this is me this morning with my girlfriend's new dog. It's called a mountain dog. It has one blue eye and one brown eye. And you can see already down the bottom left-hand corner, that's been seen by 139 people in 2 hours, right? Pretty cool. And that was just a random thing. I haven't tried to get that out to anyone else. That's just people that have literally come and watched it because of stories. You can see at the top here, see this was posted 43 minutes ago, 63 people have seen this. You can see us here on the webinar today. This is me opening it, me asking you guys questions, me asking where you guys are from, the number ones. You can see all that stuff here. That was posted 17 minutes ago, 19 people have seen it. So every minute over a person sees it a minute right now, which is pretty huge engagement, right? And then if I wanted, so then if I view my friend Alex is here, Alex Fitzgerald. So if I wanted to view hers is going to go up the top here. I can click next on the right of the screen, and it's going to go through different people's stories. And that's why you get so many views as well, guys, because people are on their phones all the time. They'll just tap, 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 tap. It'll go to the next one, tap, 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 and it'll go to the next one, right? If you want to look at people that are really converting with it, maybe I'll pull up another, I'll change it to my car Instagram that I had here before. Actually, before I do that, I want to show you guys what happens when stories finish. Once a story actually finishes, 24 hours goes, it disappears. However, what Instagram's done now has added this section here called a highlight reel. So you see that it says my 29th birthday just under my biography here. Now, if I click on these are stories I've posted in the past. However, I want to make them a permanent feature of my page. Now, this is my personal page, not my business one or anything to do with business. But you can see here, if you click on this, it shows this. My story is now, 1 second, my friend's calling me. 10 weeks ago, I posted this and 518 people have seen it here. And if I swipe up on these, I can see all the different people that have actually seen this story. And now, just as importantly, if I wanted to, I can inbox these people. If I wanted to inbox my friend Michael here, I can send him a message and direct message people that have engaged and viewed my stories. Now, we're going to show how this features like this really tie in to our StoryMate with our templates that we have, and how we can really make some huge conversions with that, which we'll get into in a minute. But on here, so you can see I've got 100, I think it's 100 stories for my 29th birthday, which was in November up there. But again, that's a prime real estate. Now, if I look at a company, I want to show an example of a company. Let's call it High Smile. It's a business. So we'll go into some real life examples. They use their highlight reels here to showcase things like their products, teeth whitening kit and smile. And then there's a call to action here saying swipe up. So I swipe up, takes you to a website here. Now this is a feature that not all Instagram accounts have, but I'm going to show you how you can get it. So things like that, right? So that's their highlight reels here that they're using to sell. Now we're going to go into examples of how to sell, maybe a bit later on this webinar. If not, we'll do it tomorrow. In the next webinar. But what I want to do now is I feel like I've shown you guys what stories are, where they are, where they're viewed, why they're so important to use. And not only you can send people off to other sites, it really engages people back onto your profile itself. Now, if you don't have an Instagram profile, you don't have a Facebook page or anything like that yet, we're going to go into how to get started with those things soon. But let me just go ahead. And that's pretty cool as well with this reflector software. When you type in your code, it doesn't even appear on the reflecting software, so people can't steal it. However, it's just my postcode if anyone wants to know my PIN code to my phone. So I'm just looking at some questions here before we get started. Ricardo says, how many times can I show the same story before I get banned? So essentially, think about it like this. If you're a customer, how many times would you want to see the same story before you get pissed off? So don't be in the spamming mindset of, oh, if I can post it 1,000 times, I will. Think about it like a customer point of view, that if you can actually provide value, you can post stories many times a day if you wanted to, but it's going to come down to you and your marketing, right? Good question, how do you make it permanent? You simply just go to your actual page, hit new, select the story that you want to make new. Like the dog today. Dog. I'm going to call this. Add. Now that's going to be a permanent story there, unless I want to delete it, which I will delete, because I'm going to go ahead and remove that highlight by holding it, then delete, and now that's gone. So that's how you add highlights to your stories. Now we're going to go ahead and move on from there. Mark says, smoking hot girlfriend, by the way. So thank you so much, because that's very cool. This is my girlfriend here, Alira. It's funny, you know, I've never had a problem making a move on a girl in my life. However, Alira, I went to high school prom or formal with her back in school. And it's the one girl in my entire life that I've never been able to make a move on. I was too nervous, too scared to direct the friendship. And I remember one night, maybe about a year and a half ago, a year or so ago, she came over. I broke up with my previous missus about a year earlier, and we were just talking, catching up and stuff like that. And then I said to myself, I need to be a man and make the move. So I made the move, potentially risked the friendship, but it turned out to be the best thing ever. And if I want to tie that into business, the big times I've risked everything for something better, it's always resulted in being something better when I've known it's what I wanted to do and I believed in myself. So that's a happy ending there. So again, anyway, back to StoryMate training for you guys. But sometimes I like to share a bit more about me, because we do become pretty good friends in these type of groups. And yeah. So got some other questions here. Can StoryMate, can I use StoryMate on Pinterest and place videos? I use it from Facebook. Yeah, you can use these stories not just on Facebook and Instagram. You can use the StoryMate templates anywhere you like. So how about we go ahead and jump into StoryMate? That sounds good, right? We've been on here for 30 minutes. We've discussed a bit about what stories are, why it's important to be a part of it, and so on and so forth. So let's go ahead and open up StoryMate. I'm going to change screens for you guys. Now remember, we're still in launch right now. We've finished launch in about 2 hours. So what I want to do is I want to go through StoryMate here. I want to share you through why this is such a cool software to be a part of. Create some live examples for you guys, show you how to post them, and then we'll start talking some brief ways to monetize it. And then probably next week we'll do the monetization webinar. We'll fully get into that there. But I really just want to take you through all the steps of StoryMate here. So who has actually created a story in StoryMate so far? Put a number 2, put a number 3 if you haven't. Lots of 2s and 3s. We've got a 2 and we've got an emoji doing that. I think my girlfriend's been watching my webinar and she said to say hello to everyone. That's pretty funny. 2s and 3s. Cool. One says here, Deborah says, 2 still rendering 30 minutes later. Cool, I'll tell you guys about that in a second. So let's look at some of these different templates. So when you jump into StoryMate, the front end product, guys, you get 25 templates that have been created for Instagram and Facebook stories specifically. Now there are other video tools out there that can create videos and animations and stuff, but they're not made for stories. Stories are a very specific size. They're a specific length, and to actually have them created, you can't really use any of these other tools unless you're a video rendering expert. And also with the time limits and lengths and stuff like that, there's no way to really create any stories that are beautiful like we can in StoryMate, let alone then post them to Instagram stories, because you can't post Instagram stories from your computer. You have to do it through your mobile device, which is why, because you picked it up in launch week, you get the free bonus apps. You get the iPhone and Android apps, which we'll go through here today as well, how to get them and whatnot. But we're going to go through that here. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do is go through the different templates. Now, the front end product, guys, you get 25 templates and agency rights, which means you get to sell them. You can sell them, rent them, use them however you want. When launch closes, guys, that becomes an upsell. So because you got in early, you get that absolutely free. Give me a hell yeah if you appreciate that, because again, a lot of companies charge you for agency rights, and you buy a product and you can only use it for yourself. Otherwise, they kick you out. But for you guys, you know what? I don't want a commission of anything that you guys sell it for. Any stories that you sell, rent, outsource, whatever you do, I want you guys to bank big on it, because it makes me happy by you guys banking big. So full agency rights. Can we use our own images in these? Yes, you can. So let's get into one. You guys are one step ahead of me. So what you guys do, all of these different templates, they're all completely customizable in terms of the imagery and the audio that you attach and the text that appears on them, right? So if I hover over any of these, it'll come up with the example of what they do. So if I click on this as well, it'll bring it up, a little video of this one. Let's grab them now. Now, you might look at this example here and think, okay, this is the perfect deal for a restaurant. But what you can do, whenever you look at any of these templates, think about what it is you are going for. If I was, say if I was a dentist, I could remove this background image here and put a picture of a dentist or a bunch of people smiling and say summer whitening deal or whitening deal. And then here saying, come in and get your teeth whitened today or something like that, right? Then I can use this as a story for my dental whitening business. Or if you don't have a business yet, you could go to a local business, like a local dentist, and say, hey, I'm going to create you a story pack of 10 really engaged stories. I'm going to post them and do everything for you and charge you X amount a month for it, because again, you have agency rights. So you can sell these stories to local businesses and use them wherever you want. That's a big thing I wanted to give you guys here. So, did someone say can you guys see my screen all right? Someone says I can't see my screen. Give me a yes if you can see my screen. Cool. If you can't see it, maybe just jump out of the webinar and jump back in. Cool. You guys can see it here. Now, again, one thing to mention here, it says promo here, the category. These categories can, they'll differentiate, but you can see some of them have more scenes. So this one here, I believe, has a scene's called whenever an image changes and the text changes. So if I click here, turn that down, that's really loud in my ears. Scenes, there's 5 scenes in this one. So 5 different pages of text, 5 different call to actions, and you can see there's a swipe up little emoji here. So that's giving the call to action of what to do for this type of story here. So down here, there's one for cars. This has 4 scenes. Now again, remember, these don't need to be used just for cars or just for pancakes or just for coffees. These all are customizable to be whatever you want them to be, which is great, because it means you can use them for multiple niches, multiple different targeting. You can change the text, change the imagery, change the music, and you can really use the same templates over and over again to really provide value in multiple different niches, guys. Let's go ahead. I'm just reading some questions here. People are saying they can't see what I'm doing, but I'm pretty sure I've got my stories page up here, and a lot of people said yes. If you can't see, jump out, jump back in. Sometimes GoToWebinar has a mind of its own. Someone says tell them to swipe left. Michael, there's a bunch of other questions coming in here about affiliate marketing and stuff like that, affiliate link local. We're going to go through that at the end of this webinar. So I'll sit around for as long as you guys need me to answer questions, but let's just get into the content here, create some stories and get started, right? So that's that first example we used up here. Let's use summer deals, for example. I'm going to create a video. Now, you can see here, there's 3 different sections, and these correlate to the 3 different areas here. What I like to do, I like to open up a secondary StoryMate page here, because what I like to do is I sometimes like to jump back and forward. So if I want to open up this preview, I can have this here like that, so I can see what it looks like in the animation window here. And I'm going to try to get an actual preview animation here of what it is, so I don't need to do this in 2 places. But sometimes you might forget what the animation looks like when you start writing it out. So let's use an example that I've done previously. So if I wanted to go up and sign up local breakfast joints, or if I had a local restaurant business that offers breakfast and acai bowls, I love acai bowls. You hear me talking about them and eating them all the time. Acai, Monday. And then you can see I've used 12 out of 18 characters. Now, these are fixed numbers here. We can't actually go above this because of the way these render. A very big thing here to show you guys is that the rendering part of the software, which is essentially gluing the background to the image, to these animations over what it is you want, is a very server intensive process. And it's very hard to actually create a software like this. While it's very easy to use, to glue all those things together and have things moving and make it all a very zip tight product, that's why we have these actual limits we have to do here, but I'll show you how to get around that a bit later on in this webinar. Assign Monday, so I'm going to say something, get your assay today. Perfect, 20 out of 20. And I'll say 20% off when you show this for 20% off. Something like that. So now I've seen that, that's gonna look like that. I'm gonna add a background image. Now, you can upload your own here directly if you wanted to, or I can go to Pixabay and type something in like, breakfast. And then there's different breakfast examples here. I could also go over to Google. 1 second. I can type in assay, the images. Now, I don't know if I have the rights to use these images, but you would check that before you did it. And I could take any of these that I wanted to. This one looks good. I think I've used this one before. Bowl. And I think I've uploaded that here before, but what I'm going to do is go back to my library. But with Pixabay, you can use any of these images for whatever it is you're searching for. If I wanted to type in tennis. Now, again, the Pixabay integration is a front-end bonus for you guys in launch week only because you picked it up. So no, that will never cost you anything. You get that for free forever. If I go here to my library, I think I've uploaded that assay bowl picture before. So I got that one here. Now, if your image is too big, what you can do, you can actually crop it down. You can crop it down here so it fits accordingly. If you want to do that, I can. If I want to leave it there, I can just close it accordingly depending on what I want. Now, ideally, if you got an image and you upload it perfectly sized at 1080 by 1920, that would be the ideal way to do it. We've had a few people say that they've seen when they crop it, it's not exactly what they like it to look like in the background, and unfortunately that's due to images and whatnot. But we're going to try to find a better way that we can have a cropping tool that shows you how we're looking at preview beforehand. But I'm going to go ahead and click this, click on the assay bowl, choose that image, boom, the background's been changed. Now I'm going to go ahead and hit next. Now here, music library. You can actually use any of the music we've got here. And you can see there's a lot, or you can upload your own music. Now, when would you upload your own music? Well, if your local business has its own little theme song, or if they want a specific song to be uploaded to it, or if they wanted to do a voiceover over the story that double reinforces the message, or being like, hey guys, it's Cyber Monday, make sure to get in today. You could do something like that, right? And upload that as its own clip. And I'll show you how to record those type of things in a future webinar and whatnot. But for example, let's use, you can see what the music sounds like here by pressing play on them. Don't know if you can hear that, but I can hear it in my headphones. I'm going to hit add to that. Now I'm going to go next and hit finish. It's all done. I'm going to go start rendering. Now what happens, it comes over here into this section here. And right now it's queued. It's queued to be rendered. Now, once it finishes rendering, I recommend changing the titles of it by changing the title up here. You can do that when you actually first create a story as well. So I can do that, change that, and hit save. But let me go back here for a second. So it's queued to be rendered. Now, what that means is it hasn't started rendering yet. It's in a queue with everyone else's renders to begin to be rendered. Now, during launch week, this week, it is the most busy week that StoryMate will ever be. So it might take a little bit of time, 30 minutes sometimes, maybe a little bit more. Now, we are watching the servers daily. We are adding more accordingly. We're making it as fast as we can for you guys. Remember, it's a very server intensive process here now. But the thing is, after launch week is over, from people, the rate of rendering drops off dramatically from a lot of users. So it's going to be very fast, couple of minutes in a lot of cases, even quicker sometimes. It'll go from saying queued to then saying rendering. So when it's rendering, it should only take a couple of minutes, and then it will say completed, right? So just remember, during launch week, it is a bit busy here. There's things going crazy. It costs, we're spending over $10,000 a month right now on rendering a service for you guys. And again, we're more than happy to do that. We're upping it as need. Right now, people are probably going crazy because, again, it's the final day. We've got lots of customers coming in, but over the coming days, it'll be a lot quicker for you guys. So just keep in mind, of that. I just want to see what someone says here. Someone says minimize my picture. Is that better for you guys if I minimize that? I don't know if that even changes anything for you guys. So I'm just looking at the questions here. Someone says, what is Pixabay? Pixabay is a royalty-free image site. So again, you can use images without completely legally through Pixabay, which is integrated inside of StoryMate here for free for you all. Someone said, can you show me how to upload your own audio? Yeah, let me just do that really quickly. It's as simple as going, sorry, let me just go. See, sometimes I go over things, but I wanted to really make sure everyone understands everything here. Create a video. We're going to change this background. Let's change it to this Ferrari or something. Crop that. And we're going to say Ferrari close 20% off. Something like that. This is a really rough example, right? But we're just going to do it for the argument's sake here. We're going to go next. Now, if you wanted to upload your own, you go upload your own, upload audio, and you would go ahead and find your audio clip that you've recorded, that you've downloaded, a song, a recording that you might have done. You can use things like QuickTime to record audio for free, bunch of recording tools, and you would just select the file. It would then upload here for you guys and be added to your story. That's as easy as it is to do that. Now, we'll actually use this Ferrari example for my car page in a minute. But we'll go back here, back to StoryMate, to the page here. Now, if you go to projects, it'll take you to your project page here. You can see it's still queued, but we'll go through that. Now, guys, I said there's a lot of questions coming in here. Let me just keep them going through this webinar, and we'll get to the questions at the end for you all. Yes, there's going to be a recording, guys, as well. Now, what I want to mention first of all, once that's done, you can then click on these stories. There's a Ferrari one I did before. I can download this directly here. Now, once that's downloaded, I can use that. I can go over here into Facebook, for example. I can upload that as I'm going to get rid of that. I want to upload that story. And I can upload that as my story here. So I'm going to say that my friends see it, or I can make it the public. You probably want to make it the public here, because that means everyone's going to see it. Now on the fan page, similar, and you can add that there as a story. To Instagram, remember, we can't actually add it. We can view stories on our computer here. We can't add them. So what do we do? You can see here, we can't add them. So what we're going to go ahead and do is download. We're going to go back into StoryMate, and then you'll see more tools, mobile apps. Now, if you're viewing this on your mobile device, you can then come in here on StoryMate, app.storymate.com, which is where you sign up. Where you log in here, and you can click on these different apps here. Now, alternatively, let me go ahead and I'm going to get my phone up for you again with my little tool called Reflector. Okay, there we go. Cool, you guys should be able to see my phone again right now, right? Should be good. Give me a yes if you can see my phone right now. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, if you're on the iPhone, just go App Store. You're then going to go to search, and you're going to type in StoryMate. Now, open that, and it's gonna, you can download it, and then this is again a launch week bonus for you guys. This is becoming an upsell, so you guys get this for free right now because you bought StoryMate in launch week, guys. So again, that's just to say thank you. We've created these apps to essentially, what happens is every time you render a story or create a story on your computer through StoryMate, it instantly syncs. You don't even have to do anything, guys. It instantly will sync that story to your mobile device. So who here had no idea about this, actually? Who here had no idea that there was even an iPhone and Android app? Right, no idea. Right, no idea. So again, this is an extra bonus you guys all get. This is approved by the app stores. It's approved by Instagram and Facebook because it allows you to now. It's the only tool that allows you to actually take Instagram stories from your computer that we've created through StoryMate and sync it to your phone without having to email it across, send it across, airdrop it across, try to then find out where they are. So you guys get this absolutely free. So give me another hell yeah if you like that addition, because again, we didn't have to do that. I just wanted to go above and beyond because I know every little step that takes longer usually results in a lot more failure or a lot more people stopping doing something. And I hated emailing myself these giant megapixel bloody stories and stuff across and having to do it all manually, right? It's cool. So yeah. So now, beautiful. So I appreciate you guys appreciating it because again, this is going to be coming up. So, but I wanted to give it to everyone who jumped in during launch week for free because I'm sure you can see I'm so passionate about making things as easy as I can for you guys that you guys just need to implement a bit of work and the rest can be automated for you guys. It says here, Jill says by Mohammed Musa. So my developer Shabazz, he uploaded it to the App Store through his Apple ID. I'll introduce you to him in the Facebook group later on. We're a big family here, and so Shabazz is is one of my head developers here on this. Lives in Dubai, but is an absolute animal. Carl said, "Is the only way to post to Instagram through your phone, not through your computer?" Look, essentially yes. Right now, you can't post to Instagram, and then the API doesn't allow it. In saying that, there are emulators that allow you to emulate it across. But with this app, it's literally as easy as downloading it. Your stories are here. Now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to hit Ferrari. I'm then going to go ahead and hit save. And I'm going to download that story to my phone. Okay. So that's it. I can also share it if I wanted to share it as an update or share it as something else. I can share, I can send it, I can do whatever I want with it. But I'm going to go back for now. And you can see above here that the first one has been queued. Now, let's go over and post this on my Dream Car Factory business site. Now, this actual fan page here, haven't really used it in a long time. I think the last one the update's been done is in 2017. So let's see what kind of type of results we can get here. Now, right now, this actual this page itself is just a personal page, but a lot of people have said, how do I get the swipe up option to actually get my followers, to actually get people to take a call to action, right? Well, what I can do is you simply go on any profile. You can do this on your personal one as well, just to test it. Top right hand corner where the number 1 is, hit that. We're going to hit the settings in the bottom right hand corner. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to switch this to a business profile. Switch it to a business profile. I'm going to go, and you can do this anyway. Now, the thing is for the swipe up to call to action, right now it's being rolled out slowly. So right now, if you, I'm not going to connect any Facebook's pages. Right now, the swipe up option is being rolled out slowly. And right now, the only way to get it is by having a business account here, which again, you can change back to a personal one when you like, and having 10,000 followers, which I know is frustrating, but I'm going to show you how easy it is to get the 10,000 followers and automate the process and do it for free as well, guys. Like people think it's a really hard thing to do. And if you didn't know the right way to do it, it is hard. But I'm going to show you the way to do that through these webinars for free. It's going to be very, very simple. I'm going to show you other call to actions that work just as well, in my opinion, to getting people off your site by using your link in your bio, by using text on the actual tool and whatnot there. So let me go ahead. I'm going to make this about cars, and we'll talk more about that in a minute, but I just wanted to show you a quick example of getting our first story uploaded. So now we're going to convert it to a business profile. So cool, now we are on our business profile. That's simple, right? Dave said, I've only got the share button on the Android app, but when I share the stories, it downloads. 100%, then nothing happens. David, open a support ticket. We will, inside of StoryMate, the support button, we'll look into it for you right away. Phil says I'm a day off on my promo for this webinar. Guys, I'm doing lots of webinars at Welcome Webinars. Doing a Welcome Webinar now. I'm going to do this same webinar again in 6 hours from now, roughly. I'm going to do it again probably tomorrow and Monday, because I really want to just provide value here. Again, nothing's being sold, pure value for you all. So there we go from there. Can we remove the swipe up message until we have more followers? Yes, we're going to be talking about that soon as well. All right, let's go ahead and upload our story. So to upload a story to Instagram, we're going to hit the Your Story button here. So I'm going to show you again. Top left-hand corner, it says Your Story. Above that, there's a little camera. So I'm going to hit the camera there. Now you can see me. You can see you guys talking in the comments here, and you can see why I'm getting a bit distracted, because there's lots and lots of questions coming through, and I hate not answering questions to you guys. Now, once it's up here, I'm just going to show you a few features inside of Instagram itself. Down the bottom here, you can see it says normal. If I go down to type, I can add just a normal text type page. I can add music to the background of the story. I can do a live, which we'll talk about later on. If I wanted to, I could do a story by holding in the record button here. Hey guys, what's happening? I'm doing a little story here right now. If I don't like that, I hit the top X button. I can add little custom filters to myself if I wanted to. And then down the bottom here as well, let me just go back to, down the bottom there's a thing called a boomerang, which essentially, you can see what it does by that. It has a little boomerang back and forth. Super zoom. This is how you see people on Instagram doing things like, that's so creepy. Things like that, right? And there's a bunch of different super zooms that you can jump in there and use. For example, fire. And this is why people engage daily. So we're going to talk about how to use these to market later on. But there's a bunch of different things you can do down here. But what we're going to do is upload our call to action, StoryMate story right now. So we're going to go back to normal. I'm going to swipe down. So I'm going to swipe down here. Let me just give me a second. I'm going to go through here and find where I saved that actual example and upload it here. I just want to make sure. I know I've got some people's statistics from this launch in my images, so I just want to make sure that I don't share that quickly. 1 second. And if you guys have any other questions, shoot that through now to me, because I just need to see where I put this Ferrari example. 1 second. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to move this back over here for you guys. So you guys should see my phone again now. I'm going to go ahead and take this. And now this is the thing people don't know about stories. If there's any text on there, so I saved this to my phone a while ago, which is why it took me a minute to find it. So if I grab this, I just move it down to the recycling bin. So you can see here my story is on right now. If I turn the sound on, you can probably hear the background audio. Or maybe not, because it's going to my headphones. So now what we can do from here, guys, we can add, because I just turned it to a business profile and I have 10,000 followers on this account or above, which I'm going to show you how to do very easily. If you wanted to add that call to action, up the top here, there's a little link button. I can add in the call to action here and add in the website. Add in the website there. What you actually have to do the first time you convert across is exit the app fully, open it again, and then there'll be an option to add in the URL here. I don't know why Instagram makes you close it first, But for this example, we're just going to upload it like this. So I've done that. Up the top here, these are some features inside of Instagram that many people don't even know are there. So no matter what type of story you're doing, you can take advantage of this. And this is a way to get some free traffic to your stories. Now, and someone said here, are your stories only shown to your followers in Instagram or Facebook? Yeah, yes, they are shown to your followers, but they're also going to be shown to other people as well if you do these things I'm about to show you right now. So the little there's things up here I can do. I can add some text. If I wanted to add text, saying, hey, also I can say head to Ferrari.com. Whatever your site is, right? Now I can move this around. I can add this text to whatever I want. One thing people don't know, a lot of people don't know you can do is that if I select the text in the top left-hand corner, you can see the A. Give me a big A in the chat here if you can see that A in the top left-hand corner. Awesome. And Georgia says, where did I create that video just now? Insta or StoryMate? I created it in StoryMate. This video was created in StoryMate. I synced it. It got synced to the StoryMate phone app, and then I've uploaded it here, guys. Cool. So you can see in the top left-hand corner, there's an A right under my time. It's at 10:06. By hitting that A once, it adds a background to that text. Now, I know that just sounds small, but a lot of people don't know that's there. Now, if I wanted to change that back again, I can do it so it's semi-see-through by hitting it again, or back to the start. Now, if I change my text color, I can do blue, and then if I hit the A up here, it makes it white. You know what I mean? So you can really kind of customize it and add then a call to action on top of this here. Pretty cool, right? Now, if I go back into this little smiley face next to it, so sorry, let's show that again. Up the top here, there's a little smiley face with a sticker. If I click on that, I can add in things like a location. Now, why would I want to add in a location? Well, if you're doing a local marketing business, if you're doing something for a local firm or something in the area, you can add that location in. So Broadbeach is where I live. I made that really small. But now, when I post this story, it's then going to be sent, it's going to be added to the Broadbeach local area story as well, similar to a hashtag. If I then want to go up here again and go hashtag Gold Coast. Now, if I post that with that, Gold Coast is where I live, I post this, guys, then what's going to happen is this is then going to be added to the Gold Coast hashtag. Now, again, this is perfect for local businesses. And this is how you get people that aren't yet a follower of your fan page to view your story. And I'll show you how this would work after I show you this example here. Now, again, say I don't want that there. I just grab it, chuck it in the bin. I can grab this one, chuck it in the bin, grab this one here, chuck it in the bin. That's how you get rid of it as well. Now, if I go back up here, I can then add in, for example, I like doing GIFs. GIFs are essentially little moving animations here. So say I wanted anything that you're after. If I wanted to put something that said, like, I don't know, Ferrari, I could get this guy, and I can make it look like it's coming out of the side of the bloody screen there, right? Pretty cool. And it really adds a nice little touch to it. And you can do anything. I think there's even an Austin Powers one. And I just swipe and grab and make it as big and small as I want. And it looks like it's coming out of the bottom there. Now, that's obviously ridiculous for this example. But use GIFs. It keeps people's eye contact engaging with it. It keeps people engaged. It keeps it exciting to what's happening on your Instagram story. Now, someone says here, I'm lost on what's going on, value, etc. So what we're doing here, I'm showing you not only how to create your first story, but I'm showing you options inside of Instagram that allow you to kind of take that story even a bit further by ranking it in different hashtags in the area, giving it a location. I can then do something here, but for example, let me go ahead and get rid of this car. I'm going to add in, for example, I could add in a poll. So I can say to people, do you love Ferrari? I can write heck yes or hell no. Now, I might put that poll there, and then people will answer it, and I can see who said yes, who said no. Now, I'll show you why that's really important in a minute. Now, alternatively, you can add in a question so people can actually inbox you from this. So if I say question here, you can say what the question is, and then they can ask you it. So people will inbox you, your customers will engage with you. Remember, people engage with stories more than any other form of update. So it's really, really important to be using these little extras in your stories. If I go back up here again, if I wanted to put this little thing, do you love Ferrari again? That's a different way I could do it. And I could use the I heart scroll wheel here. Now, alternatively, if I wanted to change that up, I just hold on to the little heart here. Hold on. And then here, it's giving me a selection of different ones down here. So I could do a little poo emoji or 100. Now, that's a little feature that a lot of people don't know is included in Instagram itself. So again, while I'm going to be teaching you about StoryMate, I want to teach you about stories as well to give you guys really everything I can to get you ahead of the game. People aren't doing that. So I'm going to go ahead and move this car as well. I might go ahead and put that like that. And I'm going to leave it at that for now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and post this. So someone says here, is this only on a business account? Guys, the only thing that's only on a business account is the link button up the top here, the little links that add a link to call to action there for a swipe up. Everything else is included on a basic account. Everything else is. So you'll be able to do this straight after this webinar. And again, I'm going to be uploading this. Accordingly, right? I'll upload this whole training for you guys. Sorry, I should say. Now, what I'm going to do is I can either post it to my story, but the beautiful thing of this, and it's why StoryMate is so perfect with this, I can send this to anyone on Instagram that I want. I can send this directly to anyone. I can send this to Keto Stars. I can search, if I want to send it to, I don't know, let's just go, here's someone, Mariah Carey. I want to send this to Mariah Carey. I hit send, and now I've sent this random thing to Mariah Carey, right? I can send this content, these value giveaways, these promotions, these stories, these beautiful, highly converting stories to people directly to their inbox. That story will then appear in their inbox. Now, they don't have to be following you to be doing that either. Now, that is just huge. I really want to touch on how big that is, guys. On Facebook, people have always wanted to be able to message fans or anyone from their fan page, but you can't do that. On Instagram, you can. You can message people directly from your from Instagram stories here. Now, with a highly converting story from your page that relates to your business, you can inbox people directly. So imagine if you were working for a local dentist and say, I'm going to send your offer to 200 people in your area. I'm going to create you a beautiful story, and we're going to give a coupon code there, and we're going to follow up on how it goes, and I'm going to charge you $1,000 a month for this service. That's the type of thing. That's one area we're going to talk about how to monetize with this. That is huge. I really want you guys to understand that. Now, someone says, won't they mark you as spam? Now, the thing is, when you're providing value, Instagram allows this. This isn't a dodgy thing. Instagram allows you to send stories to anyone. Now, obviously, if you're spamming them rubbish, they could mark it as spam. Instagram strictness is much less than Facebook right now. But provide value and deliver value to the correct target market, right? Now, if I wanted to do that, I'll show you. Actually, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Let's just go ahead right now and post this story here. I'm going to post it right now by hitting the Your Story in the bottom left-hand corner. So now it's posted. I'm going to have a drink of water, and let's see how quickly people start viewing that story. Now, let me know also who's had a few aha moments so far throughout this webinar. Give me a hell yeah, give me a yes if you've had an aha movie. Can you send the story directly to a hashtag? Yes, by adding the hashtag into your story. So say if I went over here and typed in Gold Coast, I go up to tags at the top here saying tags. I click on the Gold Coast here, And you can see here, Gold Coast right next to that, there's a story here of people that have hashtagged Gold Coast down here. So someone's at the beach. And these are all random people, but I'm now viewing these people's stories, giving them traffic, giving them engagement because they hashtagged the word Gold Coast, the hashtag Gold Coast. So now you can get free traffic of fans that aren't following you yet to your fan page, and this is a really great way to get people to start to convert into fans as well and get free traffic to your sites as well. Does that make sense to you guys? Cool. I've been having a duh moment. I'm saying stories. How can I send this? Stories I'm making to clients. So if you're selling stories, how can I send the stories I'm making to clients? You will just download them through the app. So again, or on the computer. Let me show you again on the app itself. On STORYMATE. I'm going to refresh that. Ferrari here, for example, I can go ahead and save it here. I can then save it to my phone and then send it across, or I can go share. I can then email it from my phone here, go email, I can text it, or I can download it on my computer and send it across that way as well. Now, let me just quickly pull up that story now to view how many people have watched it. Remember, the last time I did a post on this page was in 2017. 0 engagement since then, right? No one's engaged with it. So this might be when I do my training, I like to just wing it and show you guys live examples. So hopefully we've had some viewers so far. But I'm going to go ahead and click on this here. See, 30 people have viewed this story, and then people have voted on this already, even though it relates really to nothing. So you can see here, 39 people have had the ability to see the story. 33 people have actually gone ahead and viewed this story so far in 3 minutes. In 3 minutes, guys. Now, that's absolutely huge. And a bit later on, I'll be able to see the stats of who voted for what. So if I might even be able to see it now. If I just swipe up on this one, it's probably a bit too early right now. Let me go analytics. Here we go, view. So by clicking from the analytics option here to the I option with 37, see in the past 5 seconds there's been another 5 people. 5 people have voted heck yes, 1 person's voted heck no. So I can see who said yes by clicking heck yes, and then say if I wanted to inbox these people a follow-up message according to their vote, I can go ahead and follow them back and then message them directly, follow, and then once they accept, I can then message them. Or I can even just go boom and message them directly from here. That is huge, guys. That's huge. Who can see it? So Christopher says, okay, cool. Christopher says, do our renders counts once we have made the video or once we post the video? So a render counts once you've hit render. You can create a draft. A render only happens once you've actually hit the render button. So let me go ahead and talk about that in a second. So someone says, can't find a senior story, guys, because this is on the account Dream Car Factory. I don't really ever use it, but look at this. This hasn't been posted to in over almost 2 years now, 2017. I posted a story then, click on that, 37 people have seen it. Now, already up to 49. This is live traffic. I can't fake this, guys. I bet, who here's never, write me if you've never seen an actual real example on any webinar before or training that shows you live traffic as it's happening live on something like that. Write me, never. Post it in a blog. Yeah, you can post it in a blog. You can post it wherever you want. Never, never, never. So cool. Everyone's saying no. So people, I hope you're excited now so you can start to see what's happening here, right? People are engaging. People are actually seeing traffic. I can't fake that. And that's why I'm so excited about this. And that's why it's such a unique opportunity right now that no one's, except for the big brands, are taking advantage of, and you can be a part of right now. So Jim said, Gil says, give the dentist example again, please. Let's just do it. Let's just create a quick story here, and I want to show you. We'll move into the other areas of StoryMate here as well. So say for example, I went over here, I wanted to use a template, for example. And again, let's use one that's completely random. Let's use this one here. It says price deals, but I can use this for whatever I want. I can go ahead, I'm going to call this Whitening Tuesday, and I enter a price here, and I'll be like, $2.99 or like 57. And I'm going to go ahead, and then I'm going to go and get an image. Let's see what comes up with teeth whitening. Or I might even just type in teeth, because I doubt there'll be that many. Let's see. Maybe we'll just use this one randomly. Now, what's going to happen is you can see here, that looks like pretty average there right now, but once it renders, it'll render into an example like this. So I'll pop down saying Whitening Tuesday, and then the price will come up here with the bottom section down here. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to go ahead and render this now anyway, because we'll use that as a follow-up example. I think it's a cool idea. Now I'm going to add that. And next, I'm going to call this teeth whitening. Remember to always name your projects. That's something I always forget to do. Now finish and start rendering. And you can see this one here is taking a while to render that we did earlier. After this webinar, I'm going to go ahead and check the server load here. We'll add a few more servers in. I think it's because, again, we're in the last 2 hours now of launch, guys. Pretty crazy, but we'll make it faster. Now, one thing I wanted to mention to you guys here, these are called renders. So renders essentially use up a lot of servers. It burns through servers. It's very expensive to do. And that's why you'll never really see a project like this be available for just a one-time investment. And you get the 25 templates, and what you get with the front end, and it's on the sales page and stuff, I know a few people might miss it, is that we're giving you guys, you get 50 renders a month with the front end purchase, one-time investment, 50 renders a month indefinitely, guys, like forever really, is what I meant to say. 50 renders a month, you don't pay any more. We take that ongoing expense of those renders on us. Now, the way we then actually cover this cost is not only from new sales and whatnot, but we have our template suite. Now, I want to just touch on the template suite quickly. It's 50, Margaret, 50 a month. Just looking at some of these questions here. So yeah, we'll go through some of the other questions here. There's a lot of questions coming in, just of all different areas. But what we do is you get 50 renders a month and 25 templates. Now, I want to just go through some of the additional upgrades here, because again, it still is launch week now, and I'm going to leave it open for 24 hours for current members if they wanted to jump into any of these upgrades. I know most of you have them all anyway. So, but I wanted to give you the training on that as well. Now, if you get the template suite, the template suite gives you premium templates. So these are templates, you get 5 to 10 every single month. So these are the first 5 here. We've got a bunch more coming next month, and we're going to be building niche specific ones. Things with, instead of swipe up, it'll be like vote emojis, saying like, give us, because like you can vote on stories and whatnot. We're going to be, and have training attached to them all. So you get 5 to 10 new templates every single month. You get unlimited renders, which means you can render, instead of 50 a month, which still is very, very big, you'll not normally only see on any normal video rendering software, 15, 20 a month with a front end offer. So you get 50, but unlimited renders, you get 5 to new templates a month, you get training for all of those new templates, and you also get dedicated servers that are off from the front end product as well for those. So your renders will happen a lot quicker as well. And saying that, with the front end purchase as well, it is launch week. It will become a lot faster, I guarantee it. We've done this before. I just want you to know you're all under control. But It's you get 5 to 10 new templates every single month. Premium templates, guys, above the 25 you get in the front end purchase. Unlimited renders, so you can render 500 if you wanted to in a month, more than that. And servers that are dedicated, which make it a lot faster for the premium users there. So that's $47 a month, cancel anytime. The refund guarantee applies there as well. The way to get to that is you would go over here to upgrade, and then you go upgrade down here. And then there'll be the option for the template suite. Sorry, buy now, sorry. And I'll bring this page up here, template suite here. Now that's the premium templates. Now I'll just show you some of them now. I haven't seen them yet here. So so this is one example. There's music playing in the background. And remember, everything's completely customizable, and so on and so forth. So there's a bunch of different ones here that you can use. Anyway, you can pick that up over there, up the upgrade section. You can upload your own music as well. Carl says, why don't you do a yearly option? So yeah, why don't we do a yearly option? Well, you know what, I prefer just doing $47 a month and cancel whenever you want to. Yearly option, yeah, we could have done it, but I prefer having a monthly recurring model rather than a yearly recurring model, because as well, it works out better for the customer, it works out better for me, I find as well. Yes, sometimes there are discounts on yearly options. We might look at doing that in future, but right now I like keeping it monthly. It keeps me on top of things with you guys. So every month I need to make sure those trainings are there for you guys. That's $47 a month there. Now the second edition, let me have a look at some questions here. When we cancel, do we keep the templates? Yeah, should be able to keep those templates there from the premium ones accordingly there, because they will get you fed to you. $47 a month, guys. Hit the upgrade button. And again, because it's launch week, the prices will be going up from these from these rates right now. These are launch week offers only right now. So if you aren't a part of it, I really recommend jumping into it. But I'm not here to oversell anything to you guys. But I just want to just be straight up with you where things are at. Next, I want to show you the image editor. Now, this is a tool I like to use here when I'm creating my stories as well. Give me a 1 in the box if you've got the image editor. If you haven't got the image editor, give me a number 2. Cool. Most people have the image editor. Awesome. And if you haven't, that's cool as well. That's totally cool as well. Let me show you what I like to do when I create images in the image editor. Why I created this upsell as well, the image editor, is essentially because I wanted to combine some of the top apps that Instagram and I was using on my phone to further enhance my content for my StoryMate stories. So if I go more tools, if I go to image editor here, now it's going to pull up the image editor here. Now, what I like to get started with right away is I go over here and remember those templates that remember the sizing that was on here before, 1080 by 1920. So I'm going to go ahead and create new, the 1080 by 1920. Let me go ahead and create. Now, let's use an example. Let's just use that as sideball example since we're doing it before. I'm going to save this to the desktop. I'm going to open up the image editor over here. Now again, this image editor, by the way, just before you guys think it's expensive, it's $47, one-time investment. You get it for life, and you also get my affiliate link cloaker as well, which allows you to post affiliate links to Instagram and Facebook. That's a free bonus when you pick this up during launch week. So let me go ahead quickly. I'm going to go ahead and open that. I'm going to go open that there. Oh, damn it, sorry. I'll restart that again. Create new. 1080 by 1920, wasn't it? Okay, you have open, upload this. Open that. I'm going to make this the size here. Now this also, I find with some images, it keeps the quality higher before you render. So we're going to have that like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you the features over here on the left-hand side. I can then crop things, I can rotate it, I can resize, I can change colors. This is what I like to use this for as well. I can add text onto these sections here. So if I wanted to, but actually, for example, what I might do is I might go ahead and go discount banner. I'm going to go over here to Google. Tell me discount banner. Let me go ahead. Discount banner PNG. Let's get something like this. Let's see if this is a PNG file. Yeah, so PNG means the background's going to be transparent. So I'm going to go ahead and save this to the desktop. I'm going to head back over here. Now I'm going to add a layer onto this. So I'm going to go ahead and open. I'm going to click on this. I'm going to add this here. Now I can add this down here wherever I want it to be. You know what I mean? I can play around with that. And I'm just going to use this as an argument's sake, just for this example here. I'm going to add that as a layer there. Now I'm going to add some text saying, for example, I'm going to make it white. I'm going to overlay this here. I'm going to call this and then I'm going to make this obviously that looks horrible in this example here, but then I'm going to click on this one. Let's say if I wanted to go ahead and render that around like that, 10% off, or I could just add my website down there. That could be a good option. You can add your website in down, something like that, and then I can actually save that to the image. So what essentially that does is when I go back in the StoryMate, yes, I have these backgrounds and yes, I have this overlying text in these different templates, but if I wanted to add in more than what I'm allowed to in this 28 characters here, or in the 10 characters on some of the other ones that you can add in as the text that comes in, or if I wanted to add in an actual website to as a footer, I can add that in as text. I can add additions to the images that I upload. Now, quickly, let's go back over here quickly. I can go ahead and add in filters. So if I want to make it black and white, I could just by easily adding them on, taking them off, inverting them. Some pretty cool templates in here. Drawing, if I want to draw on it, you can. Shapes, for example, if I wanted to then, I'm going to leave that one, but hide these. If I wanted to add in a rectangle, and then I can add in an image down here. If I wanted one of these or something, you know, I can add in things like that. So what if I wanted to then add that in at the bottom, and then I wanted to add some text on top of that, right? So let me go ahead and put that text back that I had before. Now I just simply can just drag these over, right? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go and pull this down here. Now I've added a call to action onto the image. That will appear with the animations happening over it. Now you can use this image editor. Obviously, you can then we have other things like shapes and stickers and stuff like that. But it gives you that ability to add more to your story before it's rendered with the animations and the audios and whatnot. You can add in anything you want to this, and then you just simply save it. Save it as a JPEG. Save it as high quality as you want. I'm going to call it Asai Bowl 2 complete. Save it. That's been saved down here. I would then go over here. I would click on something like this. This one, create an example. Now, because the animation's up here, with the text saying Asai Bowl, and this is a great way to use code Asai Monday at website link below. So 20%, for example. As a website link below. Now, I would then upload that image I just created. Let me see where I got it. And that'll upload there. So now that's there. You can crop the image accordingly. And because it's sized perfectly, we sized it perfectly, it's going to be added there. Now that animation will happen over the top. Remember, the animation is this. I'll get to your questions in a second, guys. I just wanted to finish this. So that'll be there saying, it's going to say, use the code aside 20% and the website link below. Now, if you're doing e-commerce, use that there. But now you've got the actual site down the bottom here, right? So you got the site down the bottom there because we made it in the image editor. So the call to action there, people will then go and use that code by actually typing in the text there. That's a great way. You can then use your story with the call to action in there, with the discount code and the site, all in the one thing with the image editor. And it's great as well before you get the swipe up option that you get on business profiles when you hit 10,000 followers, but it's been rolled out to everyone shortly. But again, I'm going to show you how to get the 10,000 followers as well. So it's a great addition, $47 one-time investment. I highly recommend grabbing it. When you do grab it during launch week, which again is only a couple of more hours now, you're going to get my affiliate link cloaker, which is here, link cloaker. So again, what I'm allowing you guys to do because you picked it up in launch week is you're going to get StoryMate, the ability to promote StoryMate and get 50% commissions. So you would go to storymate.com/JV. And then you'll go to the get your affiliate link now. And then there'll be an option here once you've logged in to actually get your affiliate link, which means you'll get 50% off. You get 50% commissions for every single person that goes to your actual affiliate link. Now, previously, Facebook and Instagram haven't allowed you to post affiliate links on their platforms, right? They just don't allow you to do it previously. But with our affiliate link cloaker, which you get for free when you pick up the image editor, you are now able to do that. And you can see the price is at $67 now, guys. You all got in for a steal. It's still launch week, but again, these prices do go up. I don't do fake scarcity, guys. So you should all feel really good that you've got in at a really great time. Anyway, you get the affiliate link. You come over here into the link cloaker. You put in the URL, which is the affiliate link itself. This is what my one looked like. So if I tried to post this on Facebook, it won't work. I would put in a title like affiliate or like StoryMate, get yours now. Image URL. Now, again, you just basically add in an image for whatever affiliate product that is that you're selling. Here on storymate.com/JV, where is it? We've actually got a tools page here where we actually created a bunch of content for you guys, from emails to images that you can use. All you would do is copy the image URL, image address. And then back over here, add that in there, and the description of what you want it to say. You then create it, and then you're given your own affiliate link here, which you can post on Facebook and Instagram, which is pretty cool. And you can use that as a swipe up option. It's a way for you then to now get affiliate sales from selling other people's products, which before this you couldn't get. Now you get this when you get the image editor. Again, you just go to upgrade in StoryMate, and then you click the buy now button here at storymate.com/upgrades. I'm going to drop the link over here for you guys right now. Right now it's up to $49 right now, one-time investment. I'm going to go ahead and send that to you guys here. Well, Simon's chucked it in there for you guys. And it's also sent you back to the videos as well, so you can go back there, check that out as well. If you want to watch the videos of those one-time offers as well. Again, launch is going to close soon, guys. When it does, these prices are going up dramatically. You won't get the affiliate link cloaker as a bonus and whatnot. So get it now if you want to be a part of that. Now, the next thing is our training. We've got our basic training, right? Which everyone gets on how to do it. But then there's our VIP training, guys. We've got the VIP training section which is in this drop-down menu here. This again, I think it's $49 right now, one-time investment. And this goes into more than just story training. This goes into how to create an Instagram account from scratch, how to get your first bunch of followers, how to automate your following growth, how to do shout outs, how to create a Facebook fan page, how to start building that. We look at different ways, how to sell stories to local clients. What is Instagram? We talk about how to get your content. What is a hashtag? How to use hashtags? Why your one-clickable link is so important. How do you grow your account for free on autopilot? I have some of my VIP members previous webinars like Instagram with e-commerce, how to make money using Instagram with e-commerce. We look at the difference between Snapchat and Instagram, Facebook Live, local marketing, so how to sell Instagram as a service, not just Instagram stories, but Instagram as a service. Some different marketing ideas here and what not to do on Instagram. There's some things that people do that are completely wrong that can really wreck things, right? Now, there's Facebook training here as well. A bunch of things in there as well, and I'm going to be doing VIP members only webinars as well. This is basically, I've joined the welcome webinar here today. I'm going to be doing webinars for a couple of weeks for you guys. I think I said on the sales page I'm doing 4 free value training webinars for you all. But if you want that next level training, that's where it's going to be in this VIP package here. And by picking this up right now, you get those bonus webinars, and I get to work with a lot of you on a much more intimate level. So $49 one-time investment. And that's there. And the final upsell, which won't be for everyone, it won't be for everyone, but for you, those of you creating this as an agency to sell StoryMate to other people, and you have your own agency, we've created a white label option here. And this is really going to go up dramatically at the end of launch today, because I don't want everyone being a part of this, only those who've picked it up here. And essentially what it allows you to do is come in, use StoryMate, as if it was, well, not use StoryMate, it allows you to brand StoryMate with your logos, your designs, your unique login page up here. So then when you go to local clients and sell StoryMate as a service to them, you can say, hey, I've created this great tool called I don't know, Stories for Dentists, or whatever your local agency is. It could be LukeMcGuireMarketing.co or whatever it is. I can change all of this so it's yours. And I'll show you how this works. And for those that have picked it up here, you just simply go into your settings. I believe in here you go, admin. So settings, admin, and then you go to edit site settings. So you can then change the name of the site here from StoryMate to whatever your business name is, right? Next, taglines, whatever you want the taglines for your site to be. Site URL, we can change from app.storymate to app.whatever you want it to be, really, so it then reflects your business, so then they have their unique login without the name StoryMate there. Sales page URL, if you want to sell these license keys, you get, initially we only were giving 10 keys. If you picked it up in launch week, we've now upped it to 15 keys. 15 license keys of the front end product where users can go out and you can rent these keys to people, you can sell these keys to people, you can revoke them, and essentially it gives them access to create stories. So say you wanted to do no work whatsoever, but go to a dentist, say, hey, we've created a tool called Dentist Stories. We want to rent it to you. We'll give you a membership for $19 a month, $99 a month, $3,000 a year, whatever it is you want it to be. Here's a license key, you get 50 renters a month. You give them the license key, they log in, we look after the support for you. So if they get a problem, they open a support ticket with us, which has nothing to do with StoryMate. It's a dedicated support desk for this service. Contact email you can change. You can change the logos here. So the logos up here all change according to you. Change the colors. You can do everything. We've really gone above and beyond for this. And again, you then create the key. They log in. They think it's your product that you've created. And this adds a huge, huge sense of legitimacy to your business. And especially if you're thinking about taking this on as a key way and offering just story services to local businesses, which you 100% can do. When you have these meetings with these local businesses, or when you contact people, or even when you sign them up, you can say, hey, here's your license key as well. You can download the app and you can log in and you can see these stories created. And it really gives that sense of, I guess, you're the only person that can offer this to that local business, because there's no other tool in the market that really can do it. And the beauty of this as well is StoryMate is the only tool that does this. So people are going to think you're an absolute genius, which you all are absolute geniuses, by the way, because you can brand this and do this all by yourself. Now, again, this is a bit more pricey. It's $229, I think $227 right now. One-time investment there for you guys. You get 15 keys. So you imagine if you rented 15 keys a month for $99 each. What's that? 15, like that's a nice income for doing nothing, right? That's pretty damn cool. Cash on it, just open a support ticket for that one there. We say if you want to change the URL, just contact StoryMate admin to change it. So open up a support ticket, we'll sort you out there. Let me look at some questions here. Is there no back button to return a StoryMate from image editor? I'll double check that for you. If there's not, I'll get that added in today for you. Makes sense. Caroline says, so stories for Instagram, we need 10,000 followers. No, you don't need 10,000 followers. You can have no followers and still post stories. It's if you want to click the swipe up link, you need right now, because it's a new feature, you need a business profile with the ability business profile with 10,000 followers to have the swipe up link right now. That'll be changing. There's other ways to convert, and I'm going to show you guys about that on the next webinar, actually, next week, on how to really use this to convert, because you don't need that swipe up option. It's nice to have, and I'll show you guys how to get it as well, and get it fast, but it's going to be run out to everyone shortly, I'm sure, as well. A few other things I want to quickly go before I run over that again quickly is go back to app.storymate.com, which is the login page. Support, if you want support, if you need any help with anything, down the bottom here, hit support here, open a ticket. When I send emails out right now, we've got over 5,000 new customers, and I'm getting my email itself is absolutely smashed because I've got many products, and I don't monitor all the emails. I try to get to as many as I can, but I'm in the support forum as well, guys. Support tickets are the best way to monitor things, because my team, we have an amazing support team. We can assign them to the right people, work with you personally. I'm in there as well, and really want to help you out. So if you have a support question, please open a support ticket versus my email, because my email, it's absolutely just crazy. But I try to be, if I sometimes catch them here and there, but it's a more organized way if everyone can do that. The next thing, the VIP Facebook group, which everyone gets for being a part in launch week. Join here. I'm going to put it in the description over here. Go there, and then you can join the group here. I'm about to add everyone in here in a second. Actually, everyone, I request you guys follow me on Instagram, and I can follow you guys back, because I want to make sure it's the right people in here, not just all my customers, because this is only for VIP Foundation members, you guys. So what I might actually do now is I might even accept, I'm going to accept everyone that's joining in here now.
Hey Luke, I don't know if you can hear me.
There
are a lot of questions about the difference between white label and the agency they get on the front. I don't know if you just want to address that.
I'll go over that in a second. I'll go over that now. So what I'm going to do, you guys request to join this group right now. I'm going to add you guys in here in a minute, and we're going to start the conversation there. This group is for providing pure value content only. It's not a support group in terms of support questions and things like that. Use the support tickets form for that. But I want you guys to go ahead afterwards, and when I add you guys in here, and let me know what you thought of this webinar, and get this vibes going. Now, let's talk quickly about the differences between what agency rights are and white label rights are, okay? Let me even pull up a Word document to make it really clear of what the differences are here. One second. I'm going to pull up this document too. So, in the front end product, I'm going to make this bigger for you guys. Hopefully you guys can see that all right. So in the front end product, you get, I'm going to go ahead and do that. You get 50 renters a month, all the bonuses, you also get agency rights. So what agency rights mean, because you picked up in launch week, this won't be there after launch week. You get, everyone here has this now, the ability to sell your stories commercially to other, let me just make this smaller. Hopefully you guys can see that all right still. Commercially to other businesses, do jobs on Fiverr, outsource it, use it commercially for yourself. Now, that essentially means you can sell your stories. Now, they will be, you'll basically create them. You would then download them, email them to people, sell them however you wanted to. Now, what white label is, this means you can brand your brand STORYMATE with your branding. So your logo, your login page, our customer support. So we'll look after the customer support if anyone has problems and whatnot. Then what we're going to give you is 15 license keys. So you know when you signed up, right? You signed up, you got a license key, you came to our login page and you logged in there, right? That's going to be what you can create. You can create 15 license keys. With these 15 license keys, you can sell them. You can rent them. If you're already offering local marketing services, you can give them a key to do it, to create these stories themselves, right? This means it removes all the work from your side. So you don't even have to create the stories. You can sell them and rent them, give them to people so they create them themselves if you wanted to do that. Now, the big benefit of this is if you have an agency, or if you're wanting to get into an agency, if you don't have an online marketing business yet, a local marketing agency is without a doubt the #1 skill set that businesses are looking for in 2019. And by creating an agency, which is, I'm going to talk about that soon as well, creating your own agency to sell services like this to these local businesses is an absolute money monster of a maker, an absolute money maker monster, however you want to say it, right? So if you have an agency, this gives huge legitimacy. So with the white label, that means people think you created this software because it's branded by you. It's got your designs, it's got your colors, it's got your logins. It's all you. So when you go, if you sit down with a local business, you show them your product. You show them that it's yours. We host it all for you. We do everything for you in terms, there's no ongoing expenses like that. And it's if it's yours. So while you can be up here and go to a local business, right, and sell a story to a local client, you can do that. But if you wanted to really put the nail into the coffin and be like, boom, this is my product that I've created. When you can say it's your product that you've made, right? It'll be whatever you want it to be called. You can then go ahead and do that, and then be like, hey, do you want to access it as well? I'll give you 50. I'll give you 50 renders a month, and you can use any of the templates here, any of the 25 templates, create stories. You can post them to whatever you want with them as well. Just pay us $99 a month for the service. Or alternatively, you could still do it as if you had agency rights in the like you do in the front end product, because you do have agency rights with the white label as well. But you could be like, guys, I'm going to do this every single month, and I'm going to sit down with you. I'm going to show you them and how I create them as well with a software that I've built. I built this software. I'm not going to charge you for the built software, but I'm going to show you how I can do this. And hey, if you ever then want to not pay, if you then ever want to actually do it yourself, because sometimes, like everything, people will be with the service, 6 months, a year maybe, and then they might drop off because it might be getting too expensive for them, or they might want to try something else. You can say, look, you know what? Instead of you quitting completely, let me change your fee to $99 a month, and I'll give you access to go in and you can create these stories yourself every single month. Now you can revoke these license keys, you can take them back whenever you want to, you can reuse them elsewhere. It's so you can brand StoryMate with your branding so that as if the customer would never know. And when converting local businesses, if they can see something tangible that's branded by you, they know it's you, they know they just can't go off and buy it somewhere else because it's your product. The conversion rates are a lot higher. So that's the main key differences there. So again, I'm going to jump back over here. I'll jump in a few more questions quickly. So to get onto that, guys, let me just quickly go over that again. If you get the image editor, you get the link cloaker for free. If you get the premium templates, which is 5 to 10 templates every single month with training for each of those templates every single month. Every month, we're going to focus on a specific niche and build templates out for that specific niche. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's an ongoing training area in itself in the premium there. You get unlimited renders, so you can make as many renders as you want, and you get faster service for those renders as well. So that's at $47 or $49 a month currently. And the prices are going up. Launch finishes in about 1 hour from now. You get the mobile apps already in the front end product, which you've got. You get the VIP training is $49 one-time investment. I went through that. That's if you want to actually step out a bit further and look at how to build an agency that goes over Instagram marketing as a whole, not just with stories, Facebook fan pages, how to grow these areas, how to do e-commerce with Instagram stories and Facebook stories, and just Facebook and Instagram in general. It's a more in-depth training, and I do specific webinars in smaller groups where I'm not getting thousands and thousands of questions. So I can work with you personally there. That's a nice little addition there as well. One thing I haven't shown you guys so far is Insta Famous. Everyone in Launch Week gets this for free, right? I'm going to go through this when probably next week, but again, I'm going to show you guys it right now. So this isn't my influencer software. If you pick up the front end product, you get this for free. Haven't launched it yet. We're the first company in Australia to have the marketplace solution for this. Essentially, it cuts out the middleman, as in all these agencies now, which are like modeling agencies that are signing up influencers to do product posts and whatnot, taking 50% and doing huge costs. This is a place where a brand can sign up, an influencer can sign up. If you want to find 10 girls in LA that have a following of 50,000 or above with an engagement score of this, and you want to give them a product to actually promote on their Instagram, sending traffic to your page where you can then convert them from your StoryMate stories, this is the perfect solution for that. This is for free for you guys. Give me a hell yeah if you like that right now. Cool. Got lots of hell yeahs coming in here. Absolutely free for you guys in this one today. Now, you get that from being a part of Launch Week, right? So it's, yeah, someone says, been waiting over a year for this. Yeah, I know, man. Like, I tried to get this out a year ago. PayPal was screwing me around because we wanted it to be safe for the brand. You guys being the brand in most cases, if you wanted to have someone do a post, it would suck to pay them and then they not do the post. That was the problem we were having, to have a proper escrow system that worked for everyone with a very low transaction fee. So everyone gets that for free anyway. So what I'm going to say is here, oh, and by the way, everyone gets our new version of Octo Suite as a Launch Week bonus as well. It was one of my top selling tools from a few years ago. We had to completely rebuild it. Fits in with the new terms and conditions, but everyone gets that for free here, and whoever's had it previously gets grandfathered into that. Now, I'll talk about that bonus a bit later on, but what I wanted to go back to is here, app.storymate. These upsells, guys, if you go to upgrades, buy now, they're additions. You don't need to have them for the front end product to work. But in saying that, they really will help, I guess, streamline this entire process. I'm going to be using them regularly. Templates every single month. If you're in the template suite, guys, essentially what that means is you get new templates that the majority of StoryMate users won't have as well. It gives you a nice competitive advantage there. The link cloaker, if you get the link cloaker, the image editor, if you get the image editor, you get the link cloaker included as well. Essentially, just the ability to just even add a call to action on your actual picture itself that then complements the animated text in the actual templates inside of StoryMate. That in itself, I believe, is worth $49, let alone all the other additions in there. And that really works well if you're going to be selling stories to local businesses, local clients, and you want to really make it bit more custom than just an image and the standard text on top. Our white label, we went through that clearly, guys. Now, and our VIP training, obviously, there, and you get unique VIP training webinars as well through that. I'm not going to beat a dead horse because this isn't going to be a sales webinar. I hope you guys have seen it, hasn't. But these are launch week prices. We finished launch literally 1 hour. Oh, no, not 1 hour from now. Is it 1 hour from now? It might be about 3 or 4 hours from now, actually. I've got a webinar in 1 hour that I'll be closing out this promotion with. So, but if you're watching this live right now, jump into these options. If any of these stand out, jump into them. They're risk-free. They're all one-time investments besides the template suite, which you can cancel at any time whatsoever. The refund policies apply here as well. Again, don't just pick up these products if you're going to refund them. Pick them up if you think they're really going to add to your experience. And that's what I really want to do here. And that's why I make these refund guarantees so clear to everyone. We've even got double your money back guarantee, so it's a risk for you not to buy with results, guys. And I know people take advantage of this sometimes, and it's frustrating for me, but I know sometimes people just need that little push over the edge, that little bit of boost of confidence to go, okay, you know what, I'm going to do this. Guys, I took over. I sold everything I had to invest in my business, and I bring these softwares out and bring them in at an entry-level price for you guys, because I know they will get results. Let me just quickly show you before, again, it's storymate.com/upgrades. Let's go onto my Instagram and see that post I did before with the StoryMate post. Let's see how many people have engaged with it, shall we? One second. I'm going to go ahead. Let me set it up. There we go. Sorry. There we go. Cool. And sorry, guys, my voice is starting to go. I've got a lot of webinars on today and been doing a lot of talking. But up here, your story, 159 people in the past 48 minutes. That's more than, what, to a minute or something like that. If I want to view the stats, let's see how many people actually voted. 20 people voted yes, 7 people voted no. 27 people out of that 159 people I've seen it have voted, which is, I don't know what that is, what, 15, 20%, whatever, something like that, maybe around that. That's a huge engagement rate, not just a viewing rate, an engagement rate. I can then follow up with these engaged users saying, hey, I see that you liked Ferrari. Why don't you check this site out here? And then I can put the URL in the message to this person that voted heck yes. I can follow up that way and convert, guys. That is a great way of converting users, right? So essentially, we know what stories are. We know how to create StoryMate stories as well. In the next webinar, we've gone for 2 hours here, a bit over 2 hours. I'm not going to go on too much longer. What I want to do now is I want to make sure you guys know about these upgrades, because again, the prices are going to go up. I don't want you guys to go shit like Luke never told me. So that's that there. One other thing I wanted to mention here as well is that myself and Simon Hari is one of my affiliate manager here. We were talking about it the other day, and I've been wanting to create a course for a long time. And again, I've been wanting to create a course for a long time, teaching people how to set up a local marketing agency. So how to go ahead and create a logo for their local marketing agency. How to then actually learn the skills like StoryMate here. This is a perfect example of one offer you can offer a local business. Facebook ads is another one. Instagram ads is another one. Content generation and posting is another one. Stuff like that, right? How to build a handful of these key services, create a proper agency, create a website, and basically teach people everything from scratch on how to do this entire process, how to find local clients, how to find them quickly, how to do an audit of them, how to provide them a free audit, how to give them free results before they even pay $1 to really convert them, and then basically how to turn this into a multi-six-figure a year business. Now, I've even done this with my ex-girlfriend, who I just literally taught how to do it by sitting next to me, and then she runs a six-figure business now, which is pretty crazy, right? And I guess she's an ex for a reason, but she's not. If I feel like she can do it, anyone can do it, and I feel like if I can do it, anyone can do it too. So what I've decided to do, instead of just creating a course and going, here, everyone, here's a course, go do it yourself, I am looking for maybe 20, 25 people to jump in and do mentoring with me, where every single week I teach you a brand new, basically take you from zero, nothing, to within a couple of weeks having an agency site set up, your package is done, you know how to, you know the full skill set, you know how to automate it all, to finding clients, to being at the end of 10 weeks having at least a 5-figure a month income coming into your bank. Now, again, I don't have this to sell to you guys right now. I'm not selling this. I said this webinar is pure value only, but I want to see who would be interested in that type of thing. If you know it's time you want to start something online, you see how it makes sense to sell these services to local companies, but you don't know, but you want to sell more than that. You want to make thousands of dollars a month per client. You want to learn a bigger skill set, and you want someone to walk you through it 2-3 times a week live on webinar. Use you guys as a case study, because what I want to do is create a case study with these 20 to 25 people and create a course out of that I can then sell for a lower price point. So it's not going to be a cheap mentoring ship. It's not going to be a cheap product to be a part of, a service to be a part of, but it's going to take you 100% through nothing to absolutely a pumping business, because I'm going to be doing it with you guys, and you guys are going to be my actual first testimonial users. Now, I haven't done mentoring one-on-one or even in a small group for years, guys. So this is something that's going to probably be a one-off forever. Now, I'm not selling this here. I don't have a price for it yet. It'll be a couple of $1,000, at least. It'll be below $5,000, which I know is expensive. But again, if that's too expensive and that you don't want to be a part, and that's something you wouldn't even consider, wait till I create the course out of this actual mentoring section, and then you can do it yourself. That'll be a cheaper course, guys. But if you want that handheld experience, and I take you through it all, and I show you how to do it, and I actually sit there with you guys, converting people with you and showing you the skill sets, giving you my designs, giving you everything. We're going to drop a link in the description here. I think it's just storymate.com/LSA. Just to register your interest. Just register your interest. You're not going to get emails for anything else there. I'm going to see if I've got it up here. I'm not sure if it's up yet. See, when you email a number and phone number, and you know, if it's something that we have to qualify you guys for it as well, to make sure it's the right fit for both of us, because it would suck if it's something that you don't, that's not really for you. Right? I'm not doing this to make a bunch of money. And in the course itself that I sell for the long term, that'll be an automated profit system for me. But this mentoring is to me to get massive results for the first 20, 25 people. It might even only be, if I only get 5 people, I'm working with 5 people direct, right? But I'm going to cap it completely. So people saying it would depend on price. Guys, it's not going to, for the mentoring, and every week me being there live with you guys, and every week me following up with everything and building it as a team and showing you guys from week 1 will be creating your agency site, creating your agency logo, how to do this yourself for free or next to nothing, how to do everything. I would then show you the packages to do. I'll give you all my different product softwares, white labeled. So all my softwares, from Instagram scheduling to all these different areas, right? All my different products, white labeled to your brand. So you have an agency pack. It'll pay itself off in value with the actual white label products will give you a loan, right? But it'll be around maybe $3,000 to $5,000 for this type of thing. So if it's not for you, totally understandable. Wait for the actual course to come out, and you can just follow along from what these initial case studies that I do from scratch will be there. So, we haven't set this up yet. This is something I've just decided I've really wanted to do this year. It's about time I do some mentoring with some people, and this will be the first thing here. So go ahead and check and sign that up there if you want to be a part of that. So we're going through that there. So I'm looking at some questions here now as well. But this page here, storymate.com/LSA, is just to register your interest. What else? StoryMate.com/upgrades is to become a part of any of these upgrades here. I'm just saying it's again live right now purely because it is about to finish launch in just a few minutes or just a few hours. So these are all refund guaranteed. The templates that you can cancel out at any time. But this just simply works, guys. I'm so excited for you all to be here as well. So I'm going to jump back over to the StoryMate page here. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to accept you guys into the Facebook group. I request people to follow me on Instagram first, but I'm going to jump in here. I would love you guys to write down in here if you love this webinar, what you got away from it. And I'm going to be choosing a couple of the best comments in here and give away some cash to the best comments I see in this group. I'm going to go ahead and approve all. Make sure you follow my Instagram account if you're going to be if you want to be a part of this here. If you don't have Instagram, I recommend getting it because you're going to make a lot more money with this system by having that there. So I'm going to go through this here. I'm going to approve everyone. I would love your comments. It's going to take me a minute here. I'm going to have a look at some questions here as well. Someone says, still trying to learn Platform Academy, but sounds great, but no budget. That's all right. I'm not sure what Platform Academy is. How do you get that updated? OctoSuite, that'll be mailed out after launch finishes, guys. Again, it finishes in a few hours, so just give me a little bit of time. Robert says, Stephen, someone else is launching a program tomorrow on the exact same thing. Look, you can check theirs out see if that's for you. I can guarantee you they won't have the softwares that I have because they're my softwares that I give you all white labeled. But it's an in-demand system, right? Social media marketing is the #1 looked for job by local businesses in 2019. It's that simple. Creating an agency is without a doubt, in my mind, the easiest way to make money in 2019. Even if you don't jump into that, you've got StoryMate now. You can use this as a story service alone to local businesses. And we're going to do some training on that as well in a more basic sense. What about the agencies that are coming? Looking questions here. There will be a replay of this webinar, guys. I'm doing a webinar again in about 4 hours as well, going over the same content, so I can do split time zones. So people that couldn't make this one can make that one. I'll probably do it again on Monday, just to really make sure I welcome you guys. I'm here to give you a lot of value as I can. How can you swipe up, generate leads? If you don't have followers, you need to get followers first if you want to use that swipe up option. However, I've shown you some examples of how to do it otherwise, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to get more followers very, very quickly in next week's webinar. Peace of mind. Instagram was the one area I've been lagging for my clients. Awesome. Patrick says, I finally feel like I'm getting in at the beginning of the wave. Yes, you are. Everyone here is getting in at the beginning of an amazing wave here. Nick, just paying for the white label now and also getting the VIP training. Yes, you are going to crush it. You are getting it for the best price ever. Again, they're both one-time investments. After launch week, they're going to go to monthly. So you have got in. Awesome. Diane, if you just if you message Simon, if you picked up a new product right now in this webinar, let me know which one you picked up in the comments below, and I just want to welcome you to those products there really quickly as well. Software is unique and there's a huge big need. We allow you to sell the stories, completely fine. Mike, 10,000 followers. That's what we're going to be focusing on the next webinar. How to get fans to your actual site. Because again, we've gone in for 2 hours now. Making your Instagram stories permanent, something I didn't know. Thanks for the awesome tip. Awesome, lots of awesome feedback coming in here. Make sure to add the feedback into the VIP group as well. Gary, you actually have 15 license keys now for the white label. I know that the sales page says 10, but we've upped that now for our launch week members here. It gives you 15 front end license keys to that as well. Awesome. Pete's just had the white label. That's killer. I want to see what else you guys got. GDPR compliance. So you get everything is compliant. We've gone through PayPal. We've done everything with these big processes. You might have seen a lot of internet marketers have been freaking out about PayPal closures and stuff happening lately. I've got multiple PayPal managers, one here in Australia, one in America, and working with JVZ's team. We're all good. There is a recording of this webinar. It's going to be uploaded later on. Damien says Inboxer is crazy good as well. Thank you, Inboxer. Inbox and then the letter r.com is my Facebook auto engagement messenger bot. That is actually a one-time investment, which is pretty damn cool. Awesome, guys. How do we connect a link to a story? We showed this in this webinar. Watch the replay a bit later on. Instafamous software also, yep, you get that for free, everyone. VIP and link cloaker, well done, James. Good to see you join that one. How can you join the Facebook group, Luke? Well, basically in StoryMate, if you go to app.storymate, more tools, VIP group, it's right there. Jump into that. Other bonus in the front end, you get a bunch of other bonuses. For example, our Facebook font changer tool, fbfontchanger.com. I created this so it allows you to actually change your text and whatnot on Facebook. I can come down here, I can do something like welcome to StoryMate. I can hit convert. Now I can copy any of these texts, maybe this funky one up the top, and in Facebook, if I wanted to post that here, you can see it looks different up the top there. I can post that in an update. It's a really great way to do a pattern interrupt in your different areas. How can you actually sell a license? Okay, with the white label, you'll be able to create, let me just show you that quickly. You can go here. You can actually add in a sales page into your admin. So you add in a sales page. So you can change this to be whatever you want it to be. And you have a buy button there that you add in yourself, and you can then add in, and then it'll create a key you'll have the ability to create keys just like this. So you would come in here to your admin panel, create a license key, and it'll go ahead and it'll create the license key just below here, which is pretty cool. And then you just give that key and you email it to the person to deliver it. You get 15 of those. You can revoke it. You can do whatever you want with it as well. OctoSuite again will be sent to you guys after launch week is over. Sent that a few times now. 10K fans, we're going to be talking about that in next week's webinar. I think I've said that a few times now. Rendering, Diane says, yeah. So Diane says, how long will rendering take in the future? Right now, okay, I know it has been a bit slow today, being the end of launch day, guys. It'll be 7 to 10 minutes max. And again, numbers drop down dramatically after launch week. All payroll can't bottom. Is InstaEasy still available, guys? Right now, InstaEasy was one of my other automation software tools. All those automation softwares actually had to get shut down because they weren't abiding by some of Instagram's they introduced these new APIs, which basically broke all these tools from working. Also, if you use the word Insta in any tools or Gram, for example, or IG, Instagram was cracking down on that. So you can't actually use those words. Even if your product name is Insta Doors, technically they could go ahead and take you to court if they wanted to. So, but we've created InstaEasy. We've rebranded and renamed it again, and it works through iPhone and Android apps and through a cloud-based software. But it connects through the phone, so it's all done through the phone, which makes it abide by all the terms and conditions, which is pretty cool. InstaFamous, Brian says, how does that affect that? Well, we don't actually, for InstaFamous, we're essentially a marketplace for influencers. So we're not actually using Instagram itself to we're not using their APIs. We don't need their APIs for what we're using inside of InstaFamous. InstaFamous is a place where brands and influencers can connect with one another, but we don't need any calls or anything from these platforms. So that's pretty cool there. Andrew says, I use Instamate, will it continue to work? Yes, Instamate does still continue to work. We've just actually stopped selling it. We've actually renamed it to STORYMATE. Licenses for white label don't give licenses for image editor and link cloaker currently, but we might look at including that. I'll speak to the team. I don't know, there's no questions here. Lisa, you get the affiliate link cloaker for free when you get the image editor. The affiliate link cloaker is for free when you get the image editor. Watch the video there; it'll explain it. Been seeing that I load a really high quality image and the renders look crappy. Make sure you're cropping it accordingly. Use the image editor as well, test it there. Crop it in the image editor if you have that, or crop it before you upload it in the right dimensions. I'll have a look at that. If there's an issue with that, we'll get it fixed for you guys. Insta Engage 2.0 is not my product. How many hours until the next webinar tonight? So it's going to be at 4 p.m. my time. It's 11:20 now. So what, about, what's that? 4 hours? 4.5 hours. Be similar webinar to this as well. Licensing key holders currently can't hold, don't use the image editor. Old Instamate, yes, that still works. It's v2.instamate.com to log in there. Instamate and STORYMATE. Instamate will not work with STORYMATE. So Instamate allows you to post and schedule content to Instagram. We've renamed it SocioMate. I think it's sociomate.com or .co. Simon's still here. You can put the link in the description. But I just want to check on a few things on that one first. I'll talk about that in next week's webinar. They're different tools. STORYMATE's for stories. So Instamate doesn't post to stories. Instamate posts as updates. So STORYMATE is purely for stories. So they're going to be different there. Alan, the new name for InstaEasy, we actually haven't got it up on our new domain yet, but it's probably going to be called Engagemate. And I'll have that to you guys in probably next week's webinar if you guys want to jump in then. I'll make sure it's done. We're going to keep you guys updated for storymate.com/LSA, which is my local social academy. Register interest there. If you've got InstaEasy, you can still use it. It's still up and running. We've just closed down new sales. Awesome for you guys to be a part here. I purchased it. David, yes, I will say yes to you. You said you purchased the image editor and link cloaker in another previous product. I'll add you in to this one as well. VIP. Do we have to purchase VIP training to get today's webinar training? No, today's webinar training, pure value for you guys. I'm going to be adding this in for you later on. I'm going to be adding this to the training area, the basic training for you guys. If you have InstaEasy and you're using InstaEasy now, guys, you're not going to have to pay for the Engagemate. It's going to be the same thing, just branded differently. If you have no interest in becoming an agency, will I benefit from VIP training? Sure. We show you how to build followings. We show you how to build fans, how to get traffic, and not just with stories, but in general on these platforms, how it relates to then affiliate marketing, how it relates to e-commerce, different areas there. Yes, David, if you open a support ticket, that'd be great. Or actually, hold on, you open a support ticket and they'll go ahead and send that across there. Cool. There you go. I just got the white label. Well done for grabbing the white label, Ricardo. Welcome. Now I'll check it out soon. Guys, we've been here for 2 hours, over 2 hours now. What time is it now? 2 hours, 20 minutes. I've got another webinar in about 20 minutes with JV Zoo, basically closing out this promotion. If you guys want those upgrades, make sure to go to that option. Make sure to do it. Do it now. The refund policy applies. Don't buy it if you just want a refund, but I'm making this risk-free for you guys. I haven't come on here and sold you a 10 grand course. I haven't come on here and promoted anything. I've shown you these upgrades because, again, these are about to go up. these are additions to the front end. You don't have to have them, but I love them all. I think it works hand in hand. And hopefully you've got a lot of value in this. What I want you guys to do now, make sure to go over to the VIP group. I'm going to find that there here quickly, StoryMate. Make sure to come in here and let us know what you think of today's webinar. Share some of your content. You guys are great. I'm going to choose some winners in here today that are going to get some win some prizes and for that. So again, there's a Facebook group. I'm sorry I couldn't answer all of your questions right now. Sharon says, no, I'm so glad you didn't come in here and talk to it about the product, but and then try to sell something else. I told you guys I wouldn't. Pure value, I know I could have done that and made a lot of money, but I don't want to do that. You bought a product. That's what I want you guys to focus on. I wanted to share with you my local social academy that I'm going to be mentoring a handful of people. If you wanted to register to talk to me more about that, you can there as well. The only thing I've shared is the additional upsells, so check them out. I'm excited to get started with you. I'll be back on webinar in a couple of hours, just after launch finishes, to do a similar webinar to this. If you're around, jump on. If not, totally okay. I want to say thank you to you. I know Simon wants to say, Simon who works for me, Simon Harris, you'll see him in the group, wants to say thank you. Shabazz, my head developer, he says thank you for joining this. And Milan, head of support, absolute gentleman to work with. If you have a support question, make sure to open a support ticket. Please don't post it in the group. In saying that, guys, I'm going to go have a drink of water, have a quick bite to eat. I'll see you guys in this group here. So please come in and say hello, introduce yourself. I'm excited. Share some of the stories you've created as well. I want to see what stories you've created. Let's help each other and create a really amazing community here, which I know it always is. I appreciate you all so much. I will see you all on the next webinar, guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. Have a great day, everyone. And follow me on Instagram at Luke McGuire, That's how I'll show you how I'm going to choose some of the prize winners in the comments here. Speak soon, guys. Have a great day.